Okay, guys, so what we got here is a Paladone lamp. And this lamp is resembling the original Super Mario Brothers on the NES. I mean, look, they're practically the same thing. How could one possibly mistaken these? I mean, they're the same. Anyway. The lamp itself is pretty neat because the shade is the original Mario Bros. And the light looks like a fluorescent light, which kind of ironically was popular in the 80s. And I mean, some of it still is now. So, you got the, I guess that's kind of a similarity there. I don't know. It depends on how you view it. It comes with this USB-C cord, and that is actually required for it to work. And as you may have assumed, the controller is how the lamp's settings are determined. Hold on a moment. I know I just stepped out of camera with the lamp, but I want to make sure I hook this up correctly, which, in case you didn't realize, it's not really easy to do while working backward. And again, we're going to be using the Brookstone clock fan brick. So we're going to be plugging this in. Okay. The A button turns it on. And this is it at the lowest dimming level. I will turn off the main lights in the room that I'm in here so you can see the dimming better. Up is another level of dimming. And then pressing up again brings to the max brightness. There are 3 levels of dimming. And then you can bring it back down with the down button. Left and right don't do anything, as far as I know. I've tried. I don't even think these really have buttons. I think it's more or less just pressing both of these, both the up and the down at the same time. And then start and select don't do anything, which is very odd considering, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, the original NES controller, at least the one that I have, has all of the buttons are able to be pressed. Like, these all work, these go down, and then these cooperate. But on this one, these guys are all stubborn, and they're made of plastic, too. These are made of rubber. These should be made of rubber. And then, these, you see, they're a lot clickier. Yeah. And then B turns it off. So, NES controller aside, the lamp overall, I'd actually say is pretty cool. I got it as a present, and the fact that it has kind of a fluorescent-looking bulb is honestly pretty cool to me. Here's the close-up of the bulb. You can see it in there. Here, I'll turn it on. It's at the lowest brightness setting. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the lights. Now the only light in here is coming from a display. And, well, possibly from the camera. Well, it's coming from the camera. But here it is. Brightness setting 1, 2, and 3. This is incredibly bright, believe it or not. And I think this is also an LED bulb, actually, because it doesn't get hot. But the shade, I remember I had to install the shade. No, I had to install the bulb. Sorry, not the shade. I'll turn this off. Well, actually, no, I'll turn it back on, but we'll put it on the lowest setting. It actually has kind of a 3-way setting for the brightness. Well, I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to see. I'm going to turn on the lights again. the switch is outside the room. And we're going to just unscrew the bulb here, because the shade can actually come off. And this is what the bulb plasticky piece looks like. And these are the bulbs themselves. Yes, there are 3 bulbs. See, one turns on for the first brightness setting. 2 of them turn on for the second, as you can see here. And then all 3 of them turn on for the brightest setting. And then, goes back down and then off. Now, I think these are going to be stupidly bright and probably near impossible to see if I show you that with the lights off on here. Let me show you what that looks like if the bulb were on. Let's screw this back on. Alright, so that's brightness setting 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, we got all 3 bulbs on here. You can see 2 of them here. The one just turned off. You see on, off, on, off. You know what on, off mean, right? Good. And then you go down again. And then that turns off the other one. On, off. And then this last one here. On, off. On, off. On, off. I'll show you what they look like with the lights off, but no promises that it's going to be too visible to see. I won't have the lights off for too long. All right, now let's work these controls here. Brightness setting 1. As you can see, you've just got the one line, the one circle, I guess, all around. Then 2, you got the 2 circles, and then all 3 of them. The shade can't fit with the bulb on, obviously. Now we're gonna turn it off. All right, let's turn the main lights back on. It's the last time that the lights are going to be turned off. So the way you kind of have to assemble this when you first get it. So, I mean, it's not hard assembly by any means. You just unscrew this. Well, I actually think it comes unscrewed. I don't remember, honestly. But either way, you have to make sure that this is off of the assembly. Then you put on the shade in any position you want. You can choose whatever position. Let's put the star in the front. And then you put the bulb back in. You screw it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. In case you didn't know, Lucy's left-handed. And there we go. That is how you install the bulb. That's how you install it. And now for my opinions on it. Really, this is amazing. The fact that this exists at all, it's awesome. The only complaint that I have is that it's a touch bright. Like, it's a little too bright in my opinion. But really, that is really the biggest complaint I have. That and that's a genuine complaint. In case you didn't know before, what I was talking about with the rubber button, or with the buttons for start and select, is not a complaint. I really don't care. They're just kind of a nice visual there. But it is cool that you use the controller to control it in the first place, and the buttons actually push. You know, I mean, they're obviously a lot more plasticky than the original NES controller, but, I mean, come on, how could you expect any less? I mean, they probably had to do that on purpose, but believe it or not, this is awesome. This really is an amazing product. Although another complaint I have, now that I think about it actually, is that this thing really should come with a power brick. Because, I mean, I get it. People probably have dozens of these things lying around in their houses. But still, for those that don't, or for those who use every one of their power bricks, it would be kind of nice to have one that comes with this, especially since I mean, there's definitely room in the box for this. I mean, really, I don't see why they wouldn't, or I don't understand why they wouldn't package one in. It's just too cool to not have. Or not too cool to not, well, yeah, this is too cool to not have. But, wow. I can't believe that's how it came out. But no, it just doesn't make sense to me why there isn't a brick, with it. Especially since, I mean, like I said, people only have so many of these. I mean, yeah, they do have quite a bit, but still. You could be using them for other things, like display. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but displaying these things is just a form of art to me. Power bricks, they're beautiful. They're just beautiful pieces of scenery to find on your wall outlets. And yet I have to use them for this thing. I mean, come on. No, but seriously, guys, this really is a great product. I recommend buying it. Again, that is a Paladone. You just search up this Paladone Super Mario Brothers lamp, and I guarantee you'll find this. Well, I don't guarantee it actually, but I'm sure you'll find it if you look for it. I hope you all enjoyed this little mini review. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.